Hey guys, what's going on? It is Rick and I'm here with a massive pickup video. So as you could tell by the thumbnail of this video, what I've been doing, and I've discussed this before in videos, is I buy groups on Facebook. A lot of it is for flipping to put back in a collection. And occasionally I pull stuff out to keep for my own collection. So this is basically all from different packages. There are numerous mixed and matching of titles going on here. There's DVDs that I paid about $1 each for. I don't know why my camera's being weird. DVDs I paid about $1 a piece for on average. And then there's Blu-rays that I would say everything here is between $2 to $3 a title that I paid for them. So we're going to dive right in because there's a ton to talk about. Like I said, we're going to go through the DVDs first. Because of the amount here, I'm going to try not to talk too long about stuff. I'll mention if I've seen it or not and try to keep my thoughts fairly brief. The first thing is a stand-up special, Jeffrey Ross, No Offense, live from New Jersey. This was shot at the Borgata. I've been to the Borgata. I've never seen Jeff Ross live, but I enjoy his stand-up. I enjoy this special, and this is actually a Shout Factory DVD, which is kind of cool. But Jeffrey Ross, No Offense. Next up, I know this is on Blu-ray, but I really honestly wanted to give it a rewatch before I go out and buy the Blu-ray. I keep putting off buying it. I think it's an Olive Films release, if I remember. It's either Olive or Kino. I think it's Olive. And I just want to revisit this before I, buy the Blu-ray. Maybe it's not as good as I remembered, or maybe I don't enjoy it as much as I remember. And that is Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang, Chevy Chase. So Dirty Work there, like I said. Definitely just want to revisit that. I feel like the camera is really off. I think it's crooked. I think it's too, let's see. Man, the camera looks crooked to me. It's driving me crazy. So yeah, next up, this movie just looks absolutely bizarre to me, but with a cast that includes Robin Wright Penn, Jeremy Northam, Katie Holmes, Carla Gugino, Adrian Brody, Mel Gibson, and Robert Downey Jr. In a 2003 film called The Singing Detective. Let me know about this. This was actually in my pile to sell, and I went through and I was reading the cast and reading about the movie, and I was like, this sounds bizarre. This should be a watch once and then get rid of it. Let me know if it is any good. This is a movie that I knew nothing about. I know Crazy Joe said I needed to check it out. I read the synopsis on this, and I can't believe I didn't know about this. And it is The Devil and Daniel Johnston. Yeah, I guess Daniel Johnston is like an artist musician. It shows pictures of like Kurt Cobain and Flea on the back. I don't know. I'm very intrigued. It's a documentary about music. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of stuff about music, so I'm going to check that out. Next up, have never seen this. This is still brand new, factory sealed. But want to check it out. Stars Diane Keaton, Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep, and Leonardo DiCaprio, and that is Marvin's Room. I don't know much about it, but I want to see it. It seems like it would be something that would be incredibly well done based on that cast. And I know I've heard about this, but I've just never seen this film. So Marvin's Room. Next up, love this movie. So glad to own it on physical. I don't believe this has ever gotten a Blu-ray release, sadly, but I love this movie, and it is Wag the Dog, starring Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman. Also, I know it's a Barry Levinson film. Anne Heche, Dennis Leary, Willie Nelson, Kirsten Dunst are all in this as well. So Wag the Dog, I remember loving this movie. Definitely want to revisit this one. In a Snappa case. So, very cool Snappa. See? It's a Snappa. That was my Joe Martinez impression. So, Next up, I actually had all 4 of these movies, but I only wanted the first one. The other ones actually went to my buddy that I may have just done an impression of. Spoiler alert, although by the time this comes out, you've probably seen it in a video. And that is Three Ninjas, this being the original film. Like I said, the deal I had bought had all 4 movies in it. So this was one I watched a lot as a kid. I want to say this came out in like 92 or 93. I was probably like 8 or 9 when this came out. So I remember really enjoying it. So I thought it'd be a fun one to show to RJ. So Three Ninjas. And then the last DVD here is one that I want to check out. Bridget has talked a lot about this. Especially after watching Winchester. I was told I should watch this. I know this is extremely out of print. It goes for really, really good money, but I do want to watch it. It's very long because if I'm not mistaken, it was a TV miniseries, so I think it's like 4 hours. But I do want to check it out, even if it's in a few sittings. And that is Stephen King's Rose Red. Like I said, I know this is pretty out of print. It goes for good money. The discs are mint in this, and I want to check it out. So, keeping it as the 2-disc version, still with the original booklet in there as well. So, Rose Red on DVD, and that is it for the DVDs, except for one that's buried under a pile of Blu-rays, but we'll get to that last. This one, like I said, the rest are Blu-rays. I would say cost average $2 to $3 a title, and it's probably less than that because I've probably sold more money than I paid for it. But on paper, $2 to $3 a title was my cost. This one stars Brendan Fraser, Peter Dinklage, Evan Rachel Wood, and Justin Long, and that is A Case of You. I mean, with that cast, I need to check this out. Rated R. From 2014, so Brendan Fraser in a movie in the 2010s right away. That is me intrigued. And whatever Peter Dinklage has going on there, I'm curious. And this one, still brand new, factory sealed. Stars Maggie Gyllenhaal, Jonathan Pryce, Felicity Jones, Rupert Everett, and Hugh Dancy. And that is Hysteria. Once again, sounds very intriguing. Want to check this one out for sure. Like I said, brand new, factory sealed. So, like I said, guys, let me know if you've seen any of this stuff that I have not seen. Let me know if I should prioritize watching any of it. This flick here stars Saoirse Ronan, so wanted to check it out. And that is How I Live Now. Let me know. Any good? Worth checking out? It has Saoirse Ronan, who's a fantastic actress. This one's from 2014, so one of her earlier films. This title is from 2007, starring Keira Knightley, Sierra Miller, Cillian Murphy, and Matthew Rice. And it is The Edge of Love. The only thing more dangerous than war is love. So it looks like a wartime love story, probably in the 40s. Yep, underground, World War II. So in the 40s. Sounded interesting to me, so I figure I would add that to the pile of stuff I'm keeping. Excuse me, I just burped. I apologize. This looks really interesting, and the synopsis is: a pair of 10-year-olds find an abandoned cop car in a field. When they take it for a joyride, it seems like they can kill themselves at any moment, but things only get worse when the small-town sheriff goes looking for his missing car. The kids find themselves in the center of a deadly game of cat and mouse they don't understand, and the only way out is to go as fast as the cop car can take them. And it stars Kevin Bacon, and it is Cop Car. That synopsis has me sold. I need to watch this movie. It is from Universal and Focus Features. An hour and 28 minutes. I need to see this. This will probably get put towards the top of the pile because I'm just intrigued by that description for sure. Next up, a Disney film I've never seen. I don't know much about it. It stars Joel Edgerton, and Jennifer Garner, and it's from 2012, I believe, and is The Odd Life of Timothy Green. I've never seen that one, but sounded intriguing. Next up, I wanted to keep this so I could own all the Alien movies. I have the quadrilogy. I have Covenant on Steelbook. I own Prometheus in some form. And now I own the Alien vs. Predator double feature, which features Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem. So I own all the Alien movies now. If I wanted to, I could have an Alien marathon. I've never seen these two movies. I've seen Alien, Aliens, Alien Covenant. That's it. I haven't seen Resurrection, Aliens 3, Prometheus, or these movies. So my Alien history is spotty. But I figured, why not add those to the collection? Next up, factory sealed with a slipcover. This is just a bit of upgrading for me. It is a triple feature of 16 blocks, The Last Boy Scout and Last Man Standing. I had a double feature with these two in it. I did not own 16 blocks, so I figured, why not add a bonus movie to the collection and just take the double feature off the shelf and sell it and add this to the collection. Plus it comes with a slip. It's sealed. So Bruce Willis triple feature there. Next up, I've never seen this film as well. I should call this video Movies Rick Has Never Seen, because I feel like most of this is that. Sleeping with the Enemy, starring Julia Roberts. I've never seen this one. This was like an early 90s movie, if I'm not mistaken. 91, so I was 7 when this came out, so not something I would have watched as a kid. So Sleeping with the Enemy, this has been on my to watch list for a while, just based on the two leads. I think it's like a dark comedy that takes place at Christmas time, so maybe this December we'll check it out. It has Paul Rudd and Paul Giamatti, as well as Sally Hawkins, and it is All Is Bright. I don't know. I don't know. It looks interesting. It's a dark comedy. Takes place at Christmas. It has two great leads, so we'll check that out. Next up, an Amy Heckerling film. So she directed Clueless and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And this is from 2011. Stars Sigourney Weaver, Dan Stevens, Kristen Johnston, Kristen Ritter, and Alicia Silverstone, and that is Vamps. Guys, I don't know. A lot of this stuff I really like. I get obscure stuff because a lot of times it goes for some good money. But when I read some of these synopses and see the cast listing, like, I need to check this out before I can sell it. Maybe it's fantastic. Maybe it's awful. Next up is a film I've never seen. This doesn't have the DVD in it, but I still want to check it out, and it is Butter, which stars Jennifer Garner, Ty Burrell, Olivia Wilde, Rob Corddry, Alicia Silverstone, Hugh Jackman, Ashley Greene. So Butter, I don't know. It's about butter carving. That's what I know about it. Kyle will be extremely envious of this next title. I own the bottom two movies individually, so this will save on shelf space, and I'll add a third title to my collection. And that is a Steven Seagal triple feature of Above the Law, Under Siege, and Under Siege 2. So I own these two separately, so now I'll sell those, have everything in one case, and add Above the Law to the collection. So that is very cool. Next up, this has the awesome Universal 100th Anniversary slipcover, which opens up and kind of talks about the studio at that time. And that is American Graffiti. Like I said, it opens up the slipcover there. I have seen American Graffiti. This being the Blu-ray DVD combo pack with a young Harrison Ford from 1973. This is from 72, 73. 73 this came out. So August of 73. So American Graffiti, I've seen this. I love this movie. I thought I owned it. I did not, so I do now. Next up, this is brand new, factory sealed. Gets the rub. This being the Sony release. I believe this got a Shout re-release. Directed and written by Steven Soderbergh. You have Sex, Lies, and Videotape. James Spader, Andy McDowell, Peter Gallagher, and Laura San Giacomo. I have seen this as well. I saw this in film class back in college. I remember enjoying this film quite a bit, so wanted to add that to the collection as well. Next up, a music biopic. This, if I'm not mistaken, is missing the DVD as well. Yep. So, no DVD, but want to check this out. I love music biopics. I sound like a broken record when I talk about loving music films. This stars Craig Robinson, Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis, Dan Aykroyd, and stars Chadwick Boseman, and that is Get On Up, which is the James Brown story. So that'll be a fun one to watch. Don't know much about James Brown, and a fantastic cast there of actors. So Get On Up. We'll check that one out. Next up, a stupid R-rated comedy, but a fun one, and that is Good Luck Chuck, the unrated version, Chucked Up. What a name. With Jessica Alba and, what's his name? Dan Fodler and Dane Cook. So, I've never seen this film. Sean William Scott, Billy Bob Thornton, Ethan Suplee, Amy Poehler, Susan Sarandon, and that is Mr. Woodcock. I believe the premise of this is Sean William Scott had Mr. Woodcock as a high school phys ed teacher or middle school teacher, and then when he grows up, he ends up dating his mom, I believe is the premise of this film. So we'll see. I don't know. Could be awful. Could be fantastic. Next up is another movie I've never seen and one I've kind of always been interested in checking out. And it is It Could Happen to You, which is a romantic comedy, I believe. Rosie Perez, Bridget Fonda, Nicolas Cage. He's a cop. She's a waitress. He says, this lottery ticket is your tip. If whatever I win, you get half of it, and they end up winning like $4 million, and I'm sure craziness ensues, and they fall in love. That's my guess. So It Could Happen to You. This looks like this could be hot trash or just a fun, undiscovered romp. From 2013. It's missing its DVD. It stars Brendan Fraser, Elijah Wood, Vincent D'Onofrio, Thomas Jane, Lucas Haas, Norman Reedus, Matt Dillon, and Paul Walker. And it is from the director of The Cooler, which I love, with William H. Macy, and Running Scared with Paul Walker, which I love. And it is Pawn Shop Chronicles. One small town pawn shop, one big time wild ride. I'm in for this. This sounds like it's going to either be horrid or fantastic, but with a cast like that, looks like Shy McBride is also pictured back here. A guy in a clown mask. It says, three twisted tales connected by a small-time pawn shop, a man searching for his kidnapped wife, a couple of white supremacist drug dealers, and a sad sack Elvis impersonator, plus more desperate characters. I'm so intrigued by this. This will have to get pushed to the top of the list. Next up, we have a brand new factory sealed film that I've never seen. It's a classic. The next couple are classics that I've never seen. Like I said, guys, I paid between $2 and $3 a title, and I'm not even like discounting the profit from these deals. That's just what I paid per title with the stuff I kept. And this is the classic film with Jon Voight and Burt Reynolds, Deliverance. Like I said, I've never seen this movie. It's been on my to-watch list. It is a hole in my classic film watching history. So, Deliverance. And here's another classic that I've never seen. This one stars Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep, Christopher Walken. Brand new, factory sealed. And that is The Deer Hunter. Also stars John Cazale and John Savage. I've never seen this. I know this is a longer one, 3 hours, but I've never seen it. This, I think, is less than 2 hours, but I know. Classic films I've never seen. I will watch them at some point. I own them now. I have no excuse. Next up, this I thought was just fun. I think I own... I own the first movie, but I think I own it on Digibook, so I'll be keeping that. But this is a 4-movie set of Dirty Harry. So it has Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, Enforcer, and Sudden Impact, which I think are 4 of the 5 Dirty Harry movies, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but still brand new, factory sealed. So I had to add that to the collection for sure. This next one is out of print. Goes for really good money, I think, but I've never seen it. The synopsis sounds amazing. It has John Cusack, who I love. So I want to check it out before I do anything with it. I don't want to sell it if I love it. And it's a Martin Scorsese production, and that is The Drifters, this being the Miramax release. This is like 30 years old now. Yep, directed by Stephen Frears, produced by Martin Scorsese. The Drifters also stars Angelica Houston and Annette Bening, as well as John Cusack. It's a thriller. I want to see it. It's from 1990, so I was 6 when this came out, so never saw it when I was younger. We got a few more, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. I know this is longer for a pickup video, but I've been getting a ton of stuff. This has been on my watch list for a long time. There's some artwork damage on the spine, but it's a Echo Bridge Miramax release. Stars Isla Fisher, Jeff Daniels, and JGL, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Matthew Good, and that is The Lookout. Any good? Let me know, guys. I thought I owned this in a double feature with The Yards, but I guess I don't. Maybe I don't even own The Yards. Well, The Lookout on Blu-ray. I've never seen this one. Once again, sounds like it's a fantastic film. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do an elevator for this, guys. It's going to be crazy. This one, factory sealed with the slipcover. This being a Lionsgate film. And I love the 2 leads. Directed by Paul Middleditch. I wonder if he's related to Thomas Middleditch. Interesting. John Francis Daly, Craig Robinson, and Anna Kendrick in Rapture Palooza. Like I said, with the slipcover, brand new, factory sealed. This just looks very intriguing to me. It looks like a dark comedy. So Rapture Palooza. Then we have another just obscure movie that has a fantastic cast. Kurt Russell, Jay Baruchel, Terrence Stamp, Matt Dillon, Catherine Winnick, and Christy Amantopoulos. I butchered his name. The Art of the Steal. It almost looks like a Now You See Me ripoff. So, when's this from? 2013. So is that prior to Now You See Me? I think it is. But The Art of the Steal, looks like it'll be interesting. Kurt Russell plays Crunch Calhoun. What a name. Crunch Calhoun. I've never seen this movie. I know. It's surprising I've never seen this or the sequel, because this was directed towards me. I mean, I was 16 when this came out, and there were attractive women and action, and I just never saw it. And it's Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore, and Cameron Diaz in Charlie's Angels. I've never seen this or Full Throttle. So this brand new factory sealed. Added this to the collection to watch. We're getting there. We have a few more. Never have seen this as well. This will go in the hat for October because I've seen the remake but never have seen the original. This from 1988. Child's Play. I know. I've never seen the original. I've seen like Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Child's Play, the new one, but never this one. So, excuse me. We'll save this for last. The other DVD I was talking about that was on the bottom is actually a DVD-CD combo. And it is Let's Play 2, which is Pearl Jam live at Wrigley Field. I'm a Pearl Jam fan. I like their music quite a bit. And this is when they did shows at Wrigley Field. It comes with like a mini book as well. Poster of the crowd. I forget. I think they sold 2 nights back to back at that's a baseball game. I think they sold out 2 nights back to back at Wrigley Field, and they're from Chicago. So I think that was the year they won the World Series, maybe. And then last but not least, was not going to keep this. This was going to be a huge flip for me. And I had my buddy Martinez Joe tell me, and plus I've seen this movie or these movies in a lot of like top lists. And this is way out of my comfort zone. Not a big martial arts person per se, but I have an open mind and it's a steelbook. So I'm going to keep it and check them out. And it is the Ip Man trilogy. Like I said, this steelbook. So yeah, guys, like I said, $2 to $3 a title on these Blu-rays. This was one of them. So you guys ask, why do I buy on Facebook? Stuff like this is why I buy on Facebook. I've heard fantastic things about these movies. I believe there's a 4th one now, maybe a 5th one. I know there's a 4th one for sure. But Ip Man, I definitely want to try these out and see, you know, be able to tell if it's for me, if it's not for me. But the Ip Man trilogy on steelbook. And that is it, guys. And I'm going to try to do an elevator without making a mess. I'm very nervous. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm going to do 2 elevators. I don't want to have everything fall. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for watching the channel. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys don't do so already. It is much appreciated. Also, leave comments down below. Let me know, guys. There was a ton of this stuff I've never seen. Let me know your thoughts. Do I prioritize any of it? Do I throw away any of it? Do I sell some of it? Let me know. And check out the description box down below. We're going to go elevator here. Ready? We're going to do Blu-rays. Oh, man. Only I could take a thumbnail right now, but it would ruin the video. I mean, it would ruin the thumbnail because I don't want you to see everything. Oh, man. So, check out the description box down below where you can find links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, my eBay page, my Blu-ray.com profile, Letterboxd, where I rate and review all the movies that I watch. Also, on there, you can find links to my Amazon wishlist, eBay, nope, I said that, email address, and P.O. box. Those are the DVDs. That's a single-handed elevator, almost. I'm about to let all these movies fly, so I'm going to put this down. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I've been on a bit of a marathon with recording videos. I recorded 5 yesterday. Today is August 13th. This is the first one. I have a review and then one more pickup video, and I'm caught up. It is a big relief. So until next time, guys, who's down to movie?